everybody, welcome to another episode of The Grid. I'm Ji Suk Yi, your host, and we're in Old Town. We're going to be discovering some hidden gems you never knew about one of Chicago's oldest neighborhoods. What a hidden gem. Nobody would have guessed that there's a Buddhist temple in the heart of Old Town. How did a Japanese Buddhist temple end up here, Jesse?
It came with the Japanese Americans who left the relocation camps and came to Chicago looking for work in the late 40s. This used to be a Japanese neighborhood in the 50s and 60s, known as Japantown or Little Tokyo. We are still a traditional Buddhist temple celebrating all the holidays, the Buddha's birth, the Buddha's enlightenment. We are ordinary people who still happen to be Buddhists. So we do not take oaths of poverty or celibacy or vegetarianism. We have to go to work just like everybody else. And so we have to live as Buddhists, but you can't live as a Buddha did 2,600 years ago in India. You have to live in our modern world.
Just behind this wall is one of Old Town's greatest hidden treasures. All of this is the artwork of a Chicago great artist you may have never heard of, Edgar Miller. Talk about hidden gems. I'm in another one right now in Old Town. Where are we, Zach?
So we're in the Rudolph Glasner studio, one of Edgar Miller's handmade homes, and really considered his masterpiece of art design and architecture.
What did Edgar Miller mean for Old Town?
Edgar Miller was the founder of Old Town. In a lot of ways, the artist movement that he was a part of and really the ringleader of brought artists and all kinds of creatives to this neighborhood. It is one of the most creative, expansive, eclectic types of artwork you'll ever see. It takes in inspiration from all over the world. He was a multi-craftsman artist, worked in over 30 different media. Primarily, he did architectural design, so he did stained glass, metalwork, woodwork, plaster. He also was a painter and a sculptor. He did plate design, fabrics.
So how do people get lucky like me and see this for themselves?
Well, these are still private spaces, so it's pretty difficult to get into an Edgar Miller space. We offer limited access tours to some Edgar Miller spaces, including the Glasner studio, but also other extant spaces throughout Chicago that Edgar Miller designed.
So one of the businesses that makes Old Town so old is House of Glunz. How many years have you guys been
around
here?
For 130 years. My great-grandfather opened it in 1888.
So wow, this is a family business for you.
Yes, I'm the fourth generation. The shop has never closed since 1888. During the Prohibition, we sold sacramental wine to the Catholic Church. We sold medicinal alcohol, which was extremely popular. So when the Prohibition ended, we didn't reopen the tavern. So this sat here, became integrated into the shop, and it was pretty much left intact. So the ceiling is original from when it was built 1873. The flooring, the wainscoting are all original. And then 6 years ago, I just restored it and reopened it.
What makes Old Town so special?
Old Town's, it's such a beautiful part of the city. It's filled with beautiful old buildings. There's a great concentration of old businesses, many of them family owned for multiple generations, and that's pretty uncommon.
Speaking of old in Old Town, Topo Gigio is turning 30 years old this year.
Amazing.
Italian favorite. Yeah, an institution, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I came here 15 years ago probably, and a few years ago, and it doesn't change that much. It's always good.
Okay, so Jason, tell us what's so awesome about Old Town.
Old Town has a little bit of everything. It's artsy and it's eclectic, but it's also affluent, and there are great new restaurants to go with the ones that have been around forever. There are studio and one-bedroom condos for first-time homeowners and young people. Certainly there are plenty of families, and then there are homes that are $20–30 million. So it's a whole range of people, a whole range of family structure, and all kinds of different lifestyle. It's got a little bit of everything. You can walk to the lake. It's got some of the greatest architecture in the city. In fact, St. Michael's Church is one of the buildings that survived the fire and still stands. So between new construction and landmark status properties, it just runs the whole gamut.
To find all of these places we highlighted in today's video, head to the Chicago Sun-Times website. See you next time on The Grid.